What's up, everybody?
Who made it first? It's a race. It's Tim beat everybody. Ha ha ha.
This one putting a hey.
Hey.
Enter. I want to be first, number one.
Kid.
Next live, Gordon will be in PG.
There.
Poor soul, you poor soul.
No. What? Huh? Who? What?
Oh,
Where?
what?
Oh, he's in. Oh, poor sucker.
Sucker. In the middle of nowhere. I don't know. So, who liked racing last week? This guy. I know Tim did. I know Wayne did. I think Scott did.
Wayne's buying a new racy car.
Yeah, Wayne liked it so much, he'll buy one more.
He liked it so much, he's buying another one.
Yeah, Scott, you missed out on the race day. It was awesome. Actual racing in there.
Doom. Gotta get him a motor now, though.
Wayne needs motor.
Wayne needs a motor. We're gonna get him a motor.
Okay.
And I need to make my car go fast. Or my drifter go fast. So
Drifters don't need to go fast.
Well, everybody seems to think that you got to have high turn motors and crazy fast ESCs so that you can sit there and spin your tires. Makes perfect sense to me. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah. Spin them.
So there is one 25.5 turn motor. There it is. 25.5 turns. See, look. See? You can't even read it. It's so small.
I can't even see it.
25.5 turn motor to go into racy car.
Into Formula One.
Formula One.
What kids call it.
Oh, no. Wrong bit.
Tim had to do some work on his car. And he was wondering how to tune the diff.
Which car?
On his Formula One car.
Oh, yeah.
On the ball diff action.
Oh.
I got Wayne's car here, which also
ball diffs are super not fun. Oh, no.
Oh, no. What's up?
Oh.
What'd you break?
Well, it's just the motor I just took out had these little bullet ends in it.
Oh, yeah.
And the motor I'm putting in does not.
Bullet ends suck. Just saying.
Well, they don't suck when you're trying to figure out which one you want to hook up to where. Now who's messaging me? Let's see. Ooh. We got pictures of a TRX4.
Okay, here we go.
Messaging me. Everybody's messaging me.
They all want you.
Everybody wants to talk to me. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Okay, let's see what we got going on here.
Oh, I'm gonna reg you, make you bigger. Ooh, there you are, you're bigger.
Okay. I'll set you up here. Haven't done this yet. There we go. Okay. So here is your ball diff. To adjust it, you take one tire off.
Don't use a busted wheel wrench like me.
Oh, mine's busted too.
Did your split?
Yeah. Remember
Yours
we were
do
talking about
splits?
that, and I was like, "Hey, I'll check mine out."
You looked at it and went, oh,
I was like, "Oh,
more
mine."
Dunner. All right, let's turn this puppy on.
So take this little guy here out.
Okay, so while you're doing it, what are we looking for in tension roughly on a ball diff? And I guess the other question, if you had one of those diff analyzer things, would one of those diff analyzers be a good addition to checking out ball diffs on Formula One cars?
I'm not too sure. I'd like to try it out. So this is how I do it here. So I take the nut out. I mean the tire off, right? So I can easily access in here.
Right.
Inside there, you need a little nut to tighten or loosen.
What size do you figure that is?
That's a 5.5.
5.5.
So put their tire on there like so. You tighten it up, and you want to tighten it up so you can barely move it. You got to hold both tires, so you barely move it. This one here just barely moves when I put the thumb on it.
Okay.
And that's how tight you want it. Now, when you're tightening it, all it is like a 16th of a turn until it gets to that one spot. If you can't turn that diff, you can't slide it, then
Right.
it's too tight. It's all by feel. So you got to have that feel, give it a good push. I took the wing off just so I could show everybody a little bit easier.
Right.
You don't need to take the rear wing off. And if you got a little side-to-side movement like this, that's common in all ball diffs. They all do that. A little bit of play side to side. That's normal. Don't freak out. It's fine.
Freaking out, man.
Don't freak out, man.
Dude, I'm freaking out.
The balls are in between. Need some room to move. So that moves as well. That's all you can do. Put your thumb on there. Give a little turn. It's too loose. It's too loose. Tighten it up a little bit. And play with that, just that little tiny bit of a turn. That applies to like all ball diffs.
Okay, so to those who do not understand ball diff adjustments for traction and control on track, what are the benefits of tightening or loosening a ball diff?
Well,
what does it change?
Change the way the tires transfer the power to the ground. So if you're running on like a low grip surface, you want it to be a little bit looser, a little bit tighter. But that tuning is all by like a 16th, just a little tiny tap on it. Just such a small adjustment.
So on our black carpet, would you suggest slightly tighter?
What I've got this one here tuned to, I take it out. It's freshly redone in there. Take it for a lap, take the tire off, and adjust it again with that. If you hear it barking, like you will if you hit the throttle, be this gear slipping, makes a barking noise. If it's doing that, then you need to tighten it up. And like it's great for dirt tracks because sometimes the traction changes.
Right.
So then you can go slightly tighter, slightly looser, and it's quick and easy to adjust on the track.
Not so great. I got it. Yay.
But to adjust it, it's a pain in the butt. You take one link off and you tighten up a little bit. It's a lot of fun, not so much.
Right.
The other thing you can do, you can go to a gear diff to make it for the F1.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you not so big now. There you are. You can go to gear diff off of an F1.
Yeah.
So have you ever run that one on any of your cars?
Yes, I got that on my my indoor car.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the one out of it.
So you don't run a ball diff on your indoor car?
No. No, now this piece here is quite pricey. I think it's about $120.
That's the X-ray one?
And that's the X-ray one. Yeah. And you still need to spend some money to get one of these guys on the end. And that makes it so you can put your tire on.
Oh, that's the wheel nut part. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the same as what's on the other side, but you put it on this side of the diff. So you get just that for like $120, and then you still got to buy the right size gear on it. It comes with a small like 82 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, so it ends up being quite pricey. If you can suffer with the ball diff,
It's right there. Tanya's right there. Everything's cheap.
well,
Everything's cheap.
Well, it's quite cheap when you're thinking about doing the one-to-one stuff.
Everything's super duper cheap.
Everything's super cheap. If you don't like doing that with the diffs, get one of these, and you can adjust these a lot more than you can adjust those diffs there, because you can up the fluid in it and it doesn't over tighten and grind. That's one thing too. If you over tighten the diffs, there's a plate in there. The balls run on the plate. If you over tighten it, it actually starts cutting into stuff and making grooves and all that fun stuff.
Ow, that's hot.
Taking those little tabs off.
I'm just desoldering. I'm just going to leave them with the motor for Wayne. Seeing as they're on the motor already. And the new motor I'm putting on this doesn't need them, so.
Well, that you have soldering skills, right?
Soldering what?
Well, you got a good soldering station now, so you can do things like that.
Yeah.
Change the motor out, you just solder it, right?
Still not that convenient. I'm not gonna lie, the plugs are definitely quicker and easier. Like if I was doing it on a crawler, any day of the week.
Done. Off. New motor goes in.
Yeah. Still faster doing it the other way on a crawler. And I don't get solder on my crotch. What the hell? Ugh.
With those janky connections.
Janky. Janky. That is a technical term from Aaron. Janky.
Janky connections.
Janky connections.
Rushed motors, they're janky connections. Man. Not a fan. Not a fan of the janky connections. So, Tim, hope that helps you. Not sure if that did or not. Tim has some issues out there, I think. I think he's tripped a spur like I did.
Bummer. Okay. This is the fun part. Trying to hold a motor that keeps wanting to turn while I'm trying to solder it.
Oh man, I need a soldering block.
I got one. And I'm using it. It's just being a pain in my ass right now.
And then you just stick it in there like that?
Yep. Still spins though, see? Even yours is still spinning. Son of a bitch, that's hot. Don't hold on to the wire. There we go. Okay, I think I got it.
Oh God, what are the kids watching? I can hear the TV.
What are they watching?
Yeah.
I got some comedy thing on.
You do.
I do.
You do.
Yeah, I do. Wait. See, she doesn't even have a sense of humor. She just thinks it's not funny.
She needs to watch more of those comedy shows.
I do. I went to the store today.
That was not a comedy show.
What's that supposed to mean?
Exactly. She calls it a comedy show, see?
And she was the host?
Yeah, she was the host. She was the head comedian.
I have to do it later when I have some more patience.
What's that?
I got to put the wing back on. except for it's got some Shugu on the blinking light.
On the blinking light.
Yeah, the blinking light. So I need to get this sitting just right so I can put the back piece on there. But I need more patience.
Okay, now I need to stop burning my finger.
Okay.
So, question I got for everybody, and I would like to find out, well, for a couple reasons, but how many builds do you think you'll do over the course of the winter? How many RC projects do you usually do in the winter?
Good question.
I mean, I guess it kind of has a little bit to do with how many new releases there are over the course of the winter. Because, everybody has to have every new release.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes.
Like, you were really eyeing up that X4.
Yeah.
But are you really?
What am I really? I don't know. I don't know, man. Looks pretty sweet. If you guys haven't seen it, you should pull it up.
Yeah.
So they actually
I'm
finally
done sniffing
did
too.
a proper release on the X4.
Is the video on X-Ray's site or?
Well, there's actually, you just go to the actual site and then you scroll down and it shows you all the sexiness and then why you want to buy it.
Why you want to buy it?
Why I want to buy it.
I want to buy it because my buddy Aaron says it's the coolest car on the planet, so I need to buy one.
It's actually is pretty cool. Just
That's what I said. My buddy Aaron, he says it's the coolest car on the planet.
it's the fastest. My friend Luke Pittman tells me it's the fastest car in all the land.
The fastest car on all the land?
I don't know.
Tanya wants to bet.
He wants to bet.
Yep.
Well, funny story.
Problem is, I need to be able to drive better first before I can bet.
Classic.
Oh.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Here we go. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try to share my screen.
You're going to share your screen.
I'm gonna try to.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
I'm sure. Let's see what happens here.
I'll share it. Just give me a second. If you can't get it to work, I'll do it in a second. I just, when you're at that spot soldering and everything's just heated right, and then you stop and screw it up, that's at that point right now.
Is it working?
No.
No.
Oh, I see it. Hold on. I got to share it from here.
Oh, we gotta make it bigger?
I have to add it to the screen here for you.
Okay.
Now you're in control.
Now I'm control.
You're in control. Wow.
All right. So this is the new X4 touring car to the next level. So that's it right there. Check out all that sexiness. Do the scroll down and let it all look at how this all comes on there. You want to be a champion? Get the champion car.
Turn up the volume, man. We got to hear this epic soundtrack too.
I don't think there's a soundtrack. It just kind of comes on and just comes to life. Right? So this is what they did here. They've got carbon.
Click
in the
down at the
arms.
bottom where it says stop sharing and hide. Click on hide.
Hide.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go. So here's carbon arms. They got the upper arms.
So these are the ones that are inlaid carbon fiber inside the plastic so they don't have the sloppiness of the other style, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
That's
the other
the
style
big
is
stick.
these pieces here are holes with pieces holding it on, so it clips onto the ball stud. And on the bottom links, like all these where the arms come into, all the shocks and all that, that's a piece that bolts onto the arm. It makes it weak. Weak.
Oh man.
Competition quality.
You know, shouldn't they all be competition quality?
Well, you would think that, but
Because
no.
I mean, it's a car made for competition.
But a lot of places fall short. One place where X-Ray has been the leader is in their plastic quality. They've got their special recipe, and I can't believe how much abuse it takes. Like you see people ripping, smash into things, and when they finally break apart, you're like, "Oh,
I didn't. What do you? No, never mind.
did you not break anything on the weekend?
No,
How many things
I
did
will
you
next weekend though.
hit?
Now that I said that, you watch. Next weekend, I will detonate something.
Okay, so here we are. We can order this thing in 3 different chassis. Has a graphite, which is great for the on road, like the pavement asphalt,
And why is that better on road?
because there's more flex to it.
Okay.
Less traction. You want more flex in the chassis, so it can actually twist over as you're going around the corners, and it can get more traction with it flexing. The more flex, the more traction you're going to get. So as it gets up to the high traction, you get the solid aluminum chassis here. You can see over
So
here.
our black carpet would be a very good example of high traction.
It's about medium. If we have like a whole race weekend on it, like a trophy race, then by the end it'll get there. Permanent tracks.
Traction compound laying down and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So for places that have a permanent setup, usually they run the track for like a month, or some people run all season on the same track, and that comes up quite a bit. The traction comes up because it's always the same. You're racing the same lines, and it just gets like sticky.
You hear the car sounds over there? Hey, you too.
Here. Oh, do you see that?
Does it come with the fancy lightning bolts?
Oh man,
I want the fancy lightning bolts. Those are cool.
So these ones here have a quick adjustment on the top here, so you can do your camber.
A quick adjustment?
Yeah. Some of the other brands, they don't have an adjustment in here. So then you have to actually get different pieces that bolt on this side. It goes on the chassis. And sometimes it doesn't quite line up all the time.
Right.
So this has a good adjustment in there.
So I distinctly remember at the beginning of this release, I remember Luke saying that he really wasn't that interested in it and he was going to hold off this year.
Yeah, but guess what?
Now he's suddenly flipped and changed his mind.
Well, and guess what? He wanted to know if we could get the whole Saturday so you could tune it in. So you have a whole day to tune it.
A whole day just yeah. I don't see it happen.
So him and Aaron Matlow are getting them.
Are they really?
Yeah. And they want to rent the gym up for the whole day, so that might be coming up. Not this race coming up, but maybe the next one. So all day practice on a Saturday, which might be. Yeah, all this cool stuff.
Be a bit of a stretch, actually. All day practice. That would be all day, 2 days.
Yeah, think how many laps you can get in, all the trigger time.
Yeah. Hi, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Come here. Come up here and say hi. Come up here and say Come here. Come here and say hi. Yeah, I think that would actually be better. Tony had a good point. If he wants to rent the gym for a whole day, okay, fine, that's cool. But I think at the same time, we should be doing setup and tune clinic.
Oh, yeah.
Where guys would do setup station, do some adjustments, and then everybody would go out and run their cars at the same time as, tweaking around and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what you want to do for that day. If you did it, you can try different things out. Like you change one shim here, a shim there, take it out, see how it feels, and really rein your car into the way you drive.
Yeah.
So one thing I did notice here is that if you see this line here,
Center line, yep.
yeah, so there's a center line there, and then off center is where the servo mounts. Now, I kind of don't 100% agree with this, but I know why they did it. The center line here is kind of where they started with the first X-Ray T4.
Right.
This version. So they started with the servo over here, and then next year they moved it closer to the center line, and then they did, a couple little small tweaks. So this is one tweak they can't quite fix, and that's going to make the chassis flex different left to right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not too sure if they're going to do something in the future, maybe put a plate on the other side that would be on the other side of the center line, and then
Okay, yeah.
the same way as the servo mount. Yeah, because right now they have the center line here is where the belt runs now, whereas before the belt was off center.
Right.
So you had the front belt on this side of the center line, and the back one was on the other side of the center line. So it'd be interesting to see what they do in the future.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's lots of.
Holy man, there's like how many freaking
God.
There's like
I
100.
didn't notice it when I looked on my phone on this on Friday, and it didn't have all this as much detail on it. I kind of scrolled down, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna check that out later.
Yeah, you motored through it.
As motored through it, but now it's just like, oh my God, there's so much.
Mount for fan holder.
Yeah.
Battery backstops.
So this here stops your battery, and also they have a roller on there for your belt.
Roller on there for your belt.
Yeah, so it doesn't drag on this piece here.
Dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, my shoes are downstairs. I just
There's
have to
more.
take my shoes upstairs. Because it's going up and they're on the couch.
But one thing I do like about this is look how easy it is to change that spur gear out.
Well, the motor's coming in from the backside, right?
Yeah.
So changing the spur gear and your pinion and everything's all going to be
Right there, easy to access. On mine, it's like you got to fiddle with it.
Yeah.
You got to fiddle this, fiddle that, get the wrench in there just so. But look at all this room over here for your wrench, like right here. Man, lots of room in there for put your driver on there and tighten down your pinion.
Yeah.
And that spur, just easy change right there. 3 bolts, bam, done. Right now, I got to take a clip off and the pulley off, and then you get to that part there. So
I'm going to assume that's a completely different size belt than the other models are running.
I'm gonna be guessing that's gonna be the same as the 20s.
You think
20
so?
and 2021.
I'll have to take a
I
look at
think
the parts
so.
list and see what they say.
What's that number on that belt there? A 3436 or something like that?
Yeah.
34, maybe 35?
I think that's what that. I'm trying to read what it says. I can't even see it.
Because my belt in my car is a 3436 or 3435. Sorry.
Let me see if I can pull up the parts list they sent me.
So I'm guessing that that and that spur gear are the only parts that are going to be the same.
Just give me a second. Here.
That's cool.
want to smash an Xbox? I do.
Again, this is like what I was talking about before with the flex of the chassis, right? By adding more bolts in the bottom of this motor mount, softens it or stiffens it up.
Yeah, actually, when we were messing around with my chassis, Luke pulled the one screw.
And big
One
difference?
bolt. Well, it wasn't the only change we made, so I'm sure it made a difference. But the car was definitely a hell of a lot easier to drive after we messed with it a bit than it was originally. Although the week before or the race before, I didn't have a problem. So I don't know.
Yeah. You're on the thing like a boss.
I don't know.
What else we got that's cool on this chassis?
I could have just had a brain fart before. I don't know. Okay, I need the battery.
See, this is what I was talking about before with the shims in there to change certain things. So this one here only changes the caster, whereas other models have caster and camber adjustments on these as well. Another interesting thing is that it has the same thing in the rear, and they're running like 2.5 degrees of rear caster as well. Whereas everybody that runs the car now, like the previous generation, there's 0 caster in the rear.
Hmm.
So that's gonna be a little bit interesting.
So, yeah, the adjustments and stuff on this chassis are going to be way, way, way more to learn.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be total new, totally new everywhere.
Because the old, like the T4 style chassis and everything, they were running those for what? 6 years?
The first one was a 2013 until,
Even more than that.
and then the previous generation, the T2, T3 were very similar. So you tune it similar ways.
Yeah, right.
The arms were the same from like 07 or even earlier, all the way up till 2019, right?
Right. So you're making adjustments for years. They've had the same kind of adjustments to achieve the same thing.
Yeah, so now it's going to be different with shims, and I don't know, it's going to be a little more easier but harder in the same time, right?
Well, shims aren't as easy to knock out of adjustment, right?
Yeah.
Unless you lose it. So I know that was an issue I had quite often with my Awesomatics. Is sometimes if those arms would pop or whatever, and then you'd lose a shim or something. You didn't know that you lost that shim, or you didn't realize it in the heat of the moment, trying to snap that sucker back together and get back on the track. And you get back out on the track, and the thing runs like a sack of garbage.
One shim.
Missing a radio. Where's my radio box?
One thing that is interesting on this here is that on the drive shafts, for years and every other car out there, no matter if it's your Slash or anything, it has a pin in here. Has a pin, and then you put your 12 mil hex on there.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So now they've got
These are keyed.
Yeah, they're keyed. So they got like a hex on here. This one here goes onto the hex, and you got a little E-clip to clip it all together.
Right.
Also, they put a spacer in between the bearing right here. And that's going to help you from over tightening, and it's going to keep the bearing wear, give you a lot more bearing life. I've seen that in like the low-C race cars. They have that, and the off-road ones. The little shim goes between the two bearings, and you can't squish that bearing.
Right.
Which is always handy. Yeah, there's that belt talking about down the center. So these diffs are pretty new. Well, they're all new now.
Yeah.
So that's everything's more towards the center line.
Yep.
Instead of being off center. else we got going on here?
They'll still run the same spur gears as others.
Yeah, all the same spur gears.
That's what I mean.
So
Where?
guess that's a good thing.
Can you tell Max to let me play on
And this
the
is what happened with those weird
Oh.
arms I was talking about last week, eh?
Keenan, you ask me one more time, I'm going to take that Xbox and smash it with a hammer. I am. I'll start with this one. Stop asking me about the damn Xbox. I don't care.
It's my
I don't care. Get out of here.
So yeah, so here's those arms I was talking about last week. They actually have a bolt in the side that connects to the bulkhead here.
Yeah, so these were those arms you were talking about where there's some flex. Now, that connection there on the side,
Mm-hmm.
is that a metal?
I think that might be
Bulkhead connections,
Rubber.
aluminum split front shock tower. I wonder if they'd change that, like put a different material in there so you'd get a little bit of flex or no flex, or
probably, I'm guessing, a little bit of flex in there. Might be interesting. Then that's the rear there. Nothing special, just a different type of shock tower.
the fan's loud. I need more blowy.
What are you doing over there?
Just putting in my putting in that 10.5 turn. In my drifter.
All the noise.
It's got a little bit more jam than the 25.5 turn did.
I'd say.
Should be interesting, but I'm not going to run it on here because I got the carpet tires on. And I don't
Ooh.
want to. I don't want to scuff up the carpet tires. I want to keep the carpet tires off.
All right.
And I also wanted to make sure that I wired it in right so it was going the right direction. So, especially, I hate that when that happens when you're soldering something, you know,
Put him backwards. Do it all over again.
right? Yeah. You feel like a retard. I am going to back it off just a bit, though.
Nah.
What'd you do?
Mm.
All I hear is her clicking away on a computer and then going, bah!
Do you have a map? You should have a map.
What we got here? Well, the shocks are the same, so
I could do something.
The shocks are the same.
they look the same.
I
T4, 21, ULP, and ULP. Okay, so they're running the same as the 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the 2020 is the same, I do believe, as well. So that's 3 parts that you can go back and forth with.
I'm going to say this now so that next week you guys can all laugh at me, or next race day you guys can all laugh at me when I smoke it and blow up a shock or something. But I've never broke a shock on an on-road car before. Right?
I only have once. Oh, that was the belt there. Yeah. 5.
About 435.
Yeah, same belt.
Same belt. Good.
Same belt.
Okay.
I think that's gonna be about it for the car.
Cool. Okay. Sway bar. Let's make that go. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys something else here. Oh, no, it's gone. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Where is Facebook? Crack book. Okay, everybody. Gordon wants you guys to check out Sundays on the Rocks, episode 13 on YouTube. And I'm going to show you guys. So somebody's building themselves a shiny new TRX4. This is Zarek's son's new truck. And there it is weathered. Pretty cool.
So is that one of those sport builder kits?
Yes. So started out with the yellow. Which yellow is that? Zarek, is that the Tamiya one, or is that one of the on point ones? It looks almost like the Tamiya one.
Me? Because teams, they can't play unless it's on hard. No one said you have to put it on hard.
It doesn't look bad. I like that. What motor combo stuff's going in there? All stock, just brushed, or are you guys going to actually put on something? Yeah, it's Tyler Rowe's YouTube channel. I can't remember the name of the channel, though. I think it's just Sunday on the Rocks. Let me find it. Let me see here. Scalar Manufacturing, that's what it is.
Found it.
Scalar MFG. Let's see if I can copy it. No. So check out Scalar MFG on Tamiya Camel Yellow. That's what I thought, yeah. This channel is called Scalar MFG. So go on there and you'll get a lot of the footage and a lot of the video that's been shot from most of the comps and stuff that have gone on over the summer. There's 13 episodes, so this will be one of them. Probably one of the last ones. I think there's one more event going, and I think it's the North versus South, I think, is the last one left. 13 turn brushed with a Hobbywing 1060. Why 1060? Why didn't you go with the 1080? Why not the 1080?
Why not?
Yeah, why?
Why? That's all you need. Just crawling.
Right?
Right? Not like you're going fast around the track.
I'm sure you guys have seen the new Cross RC. So the Cross RC has come out with what they call, it is now the DC6, and it is similar to the BC8.
6-wheel drive?
Big one, yeah. 8-wheel.
Oh, God. It's a war machine coming.
Yar. Let's do that.
Let's see this thing.
Yeah, it's not doing it. We've got to change this. Change this to the other thing. Share, 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 share. Really? Really?
There it is.
There.
They're food.
So it's a
So
DC8.
it's 8x8?
It's an 8x8, but wait till you
What?
check out the bottom drive line on this thing is like one gigantic solid tube. So
See, look at those things are not
these are just renderings so far, but you take a look at this thing here. Like this is all a solid tube.
So does this go
So-
side to side?
Well, I'll show you a shot here of the underpick carriage. Detailed interior with the seats and opening doors and all that stuff. I don't know if the windows work yet.
Got G.I. Joe's in there.
Yeah. But so there's articulation here. There's joints here, here, here. So all your axles appear to joint to move.
So is like that middle part solid and then those kind of move?
And it appears to be that way, yeah.
Huh.
So I'm hoping it would be durable. I know Capo made their 8x8 with that style of design quite some time ago. You can see here the bracing on the bottom, kind of a big pivot point down the middle, right?
Huh.
The rear gate, the steering is set up so that the wheels are actually, there's no very little scrub going on in the wheels.
So the front ones turn more than the
Yeah.
middle, the next ones. Like a real one.
The flat deck goes totally flat if you want. Sides all fold down. And there it is compared to the BC8. So you guys have probably all seen the BC8 because Kevin built one, and now Tim has that one.
You have to
And physically,
It's bigger,
footprint-wise, it's actually longer
wider.
by about 2 centimeters longer and half a centimeter wider overall. But the wheels and tires are physically smaller. Right?
No.
So, no, not that. Gotta find the other pictures I had.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
crawlability. How's that thing crawl?
Don't know yet. It's going to be out before. They're saying it's going to be available for Christmas. I don't know if it will be. Being that it's coming from overseas, unless they're actually starting to ship those things now,
These are called lush caves.
then they might actually make it here by Christmas. But you know, the lead time right now on that stuff is pretty long. So I'm hoping that they actually ship them already.
Interesting. How did the BC8 go for a crawler?
It was pretty decent. I mean, Kevin ran the piss out of his pretty hard. He ran it hard. He went up some stuff that you looked at it and you went, there's no way that's going up that. And it did. So, and when he did flip it, it came down hard. It didn't shatter into little pieces. So that's a bonus as well.
It's a bonus.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say for a scale truck, it's probably going to outcrawl most scale trucks.
On a scale truck.
Right? It has capacity. It can haul weight, which is really what a lot of guys. I mean, if you're looking for like a workhorse kind of truck, I think this is going to be the one. So I guess I was also wondering how many people have watched the new Phoenix being built, and honestly, how many times do you want to watch people build that truck? Just out of curiosity, because it seems like every single person who got one decided they had to do a build video out of it.
What about a run video?
I've seen 3 run videos. And when I say 3, I'm saying run videos as in from different YouTube people. Like Scale Builders Guild has like, I don't know, 2 or 3 episodes of run video. Different segments. They didn't do it all in one big shot. But I mean, watching people build it, it's kind of boring. And then the 6x6 or the SCX 6, everybody and their dog seems to have those on YouTube videos already, which is pretty crazy.
Well, I think a lot of people filmed it beforehand.
Yeah, I think that the truck was actually out and being run for probably a couple weeks prior to them actually doing the release. But I'm pretty damn surprised that it was actually kept under wraps as much as it was, because the RC community sucks at keeping secrets. So, okay, so Drifter is, well, kind of ready for its next.
Behind you. Mommy.
How'd that come off?
Yeah.
Gotta fix this. Gotta fix this. Karen, I got a question for you, because I was starting to set up myself a little bit of a pit bench, workbench box for taking to the races. If you were going to set up a pit bag to go to the races, what would you put in there? What do you make sure you don't forget?
Well, that's 2 different things for me. I got to make sure I got my bodies, my batteries, and my controller.
Okay, your bodies, your battery. How do you end up without your bodies?
When you think you grabbed them all, you grabbed an extra one because you got this one here for bashing on, and hey, maybe Fred needs to borrow a body, and then you got like a pile of bodies. You throw it in your stuff, and you're all excited to go racing because that's just what it is, right? You're excited to go, and you forget that one body for your car. You got Fred's body, you got George's body, you got everything else but that one car you want to run.
Okay.
Had that happen.
I've never had that happen because my body's always on my car.
Yeah,
when it goes into the bag.
Yeah,
but okay. So this is a good point. Okay.
And now I don't put my car into my bag until I got my battery in my battery bag. Yeah. So I got the battery bag. So I got my F1 battery. It goes in. F1 car goes into my box.
Yeah.
Touring car battery goes in. Touring car goes in my box. I don't just put all my cars in there because I've forgotten the battery. And
you've forgotten the battery?
It's not fun. They have to borrow one, and then it's like, okay, I got this battery, and it's not as good as mine.
Okay. So car-wise, that's good. What about tools?
Tools.
Must have tools. You can't get through a race day without these tools.
Well, it depends. If you're just starting out, you bring all the basic tools. Like you got your 3, your 2.5, your 2 mil, one for your pinion, and anything else you can probably borrow it from anybody else at the track. Like myself, I've got my setup station comes with me. So if something goes horribly wrong, I need to rebuild my car, I can do it.
You mean like you kiss the wall really hard?
Oh, like if I just killed my car and broke everything.
Yeah.
So I got that, and I also have it there so I can help anyone else that needs help with their car. If they got a used car, hey, I just bought this car. I just put it together. Now we need to do it.
Yeah. Aaron doesn't run a pit mat. He runs a towel.
Yeah.
Some people
Towel
run
mat.
pit mats, which is usually just a glorified yoga mat. I run. Well, normally I used to run this Proline mat, but I've cut it up into pieces to fit on this bench, so now I need to make a new one. So probably gonna make a big towel like Aaron does, just because then you don't lose parts as easy.
That's what I do like about it. What I don't like about it is that it's black. You drop your black screw on there, and sometimes you can't see it. You're in a rush. You're like freaking out. I got 2 minutes to get this bolt in there. I can't find it.
You listening, honey? Aaron needs a not black towel for a pit.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna run these. Bigger versions of these.
Oh yeah.
Like that one's fluorescent green, and I've got one that's kind of a light purple.
I just killed him. So that's cool.
And I have an orange, fluorescent orange one here too. Mostly because that's the store colors, so I found some towels like this that would work.
Nice.
Okay. Shock fluids and oils.
Another thing I carry is this brake cleaner, paper towel.
Yeah, that's why we were all getting high near you.
Yeah.
'Cause I could
Well-
smell that stuff. That's all I could smell.
Good times. And of course, the other thing you need your traction compound too. You gotta make
Right.
sure you got that stuff. That's like probably the number one thing that you're gonna need. You're gonna use it between every round. You should be cleaning your tires off every round.
You need your sauce.
Get the sauce on there. That's probably the most important thing you need to bring. Like if you forget your tools, well, someone else is gonna have tools. Worst case scenario, but you need that stuff. That's like the basics that you need.
That someone else is not going to be happy with you that you're stealing their tools all through the day. But
That's okay.
at least for one day, you're okay. Then if
Yeah,
you go
it's
back
just a
home
little
that
harder
night,
when you're sharing this across the room. You know, it's like, hey,
Yeah.
all right, so that's one card down. What was the other one I was going to work on today?
Yeah. I tried.
All right, this guy.
I tried. But
yeah.
yeah, I tried.
What else I got in my pit bag? You can bring out your shock fluids. I got my little bag here. Conveniently stores all my shock oils, diff oils. Pretty much, if you don't bring that, like most of the time you don't blow a shock. If you do, most people do it after the race or whatever. They put the car down and that's it. But I bring mine anyways, just in case. Body scissors. Now these things got used quite a bit at the last race
By who?
by quite a few people. Tim.
Tim. Tim is a lot.
You're still dragging. So when you get a new car, you paint it up and you think the body lines are cut nice, but sometimes, you're going around the corner, it dips down. You got to do a little trim on there.
Yeah.
So bring your scissors.
Yes, I did an entire Formula One body while I was there. And I actually ran it too.
Oh, God.
With no color, but I ran it.
You clearly ran it.
Clearly, I ran it. Yes.
Oh, God.
Okay, so what have I discovered with this? This is going to become my new TC chassis. And it needs to be cleaned. Because this still has remnants of our last asphalt race on it.
I think mine does too, but it's hanging up over there.
So we'll run this one and we'll see how it goes. And
So you can smash that one into the wall too.
I didn't smash that hard. It's aluminum chassis. Those should be pretty decent.
Yeah, it will.
I just got to remember which of these two chassis was the one that I was going to keep strictly asphalt, but I don't know. I wanted to run more, so we're going to run more.
Do it.
Need to run more.
Trigger time. I don't know. What else do you carry in your pit bag
My pit bag?
that you have to bring?
Well, what do I always make sure I bring? Charger.
Charger.
Charger is kind of a big thing because you definitely want to charge your battery, top it off between every race.
I've forgotten that.
I would say spare parts for the car you're running, if you have them. Generally, with most of these cars, when you build them, you're going to end up with a box of spares, random bits. So I like to try and keep them separated out into their own box. And then depending on which cars I take to the track, I throw that box in there. And then I have one massive box. Well, I wouldn't say massive, but I have one ultimate box full of nuts and bolts and screws and everything that's ever come out of anything. And spare nuts and bolts. And if I find it on a bench, if I find it laying on the ground and it's still good, it goes in here. This box weighs about 1.5 pounds. So that'll have everything that's got extra pins, it's got extra body clips. Body clips. Bring extra body clips.
Body clips.
For some reason, we seem to lose body clips during the race all the time.
I've seen her driving.
No.
Is everyone else getting in your way?
Yeah, that's it.
I was going to run right through them. Run them off the road.
Yes. Rubbin's racing, man.
Oh, no, that was a pit maneuver.
Yeah. So tire sauce, bring some spare tires for sure. And then as you get a little bit more into it, portable soldering iron would be a good idea because somebody always needs something soldered.
Yeah. There was Aaron, got your soldering iron on? I'm like, no, it can be.
What else? I'm just looking at the pieces that are in this. See, this one actually has the 1 mil shims in the front.
1 mil shims in the front.
Yeah, for the Ackerman.
Oh, yeah.
We took them out of the other one.
Yeah.
And this one has, well, it doesn't have all the screws in the middle. It's got one pulled. Now I'm going to have to talk to Luke and find out what the hell am I supposed to change to this thing to make it go good on carpet.
Well, there is this thing called a setup helper. X-Ray makes it for most of the cars. Has a setup helper, so it tells you if I remove this, what happens? You know, like.
And it says, well, dum-dum, if you do that, you're going to totally ruin the way your car runs, dum-dum.
And then it gets the one that always gets me for, I don't know why it always throws me. It's the shock position, up and down. I always get it backwards for some reason, for more traction yeah.
And then I discovered it during the last race that my battery was starting to puff up on one battery. And because it was starting to puff, it actually warped my chassis when you tighten it into the chassis and absolutely screwed up all the handling. It was terrible.
So was it that much of a difference when you put that new battery in? Like night and day? Yeah.
Well, I mean, the old batteries, it's measured it, but I would say it's probably got close to 3 millimeters of puff. Right? So when you take that across that chassis, and then you put it on the straps and tighten it down, you just boat it. And then that one side of the chassis was totally out of whack too.
But you would have never thought that was going to be a problem before, right?
Nope.
Like, oh no, put my battery in there, it's fine,
It's
right?
an aluminum chassis. It's not even a carbon fiber chassis.
Yeah.
I really did not think there was that much flex in the aluminum chassis, but obviously there is. But
We never
that
thought that.
reminds me of something else. Tire glue. You
Tire glue,
definitely
yes.
want tire glue. And then you also don't want to be a dumbass like me and have the glued tires not both on the front. I didn't even pay attention to that. I just slapped them all on in a big hurry and then realized, oh,
Yeah, I think it has opposite corners too.
I did. And it kind of really screwed up the handling a lot.
My car drives like shit.
Yeah. Like it was driving crappy enough that I was almost ready to chuck it against the wall. But
one thing with the Tamiya tires is that there's M grips and S grips. You look at them, you can't tell the difference between the two. So you can actually put the wrong tires front to back, but to side. So that's happened too before.
right.
I think it actually happened at the last race too.
I'm just noticing these tires that are on this sucker are actually all very worn from asphalt.
Yeah, the
Right.
asphalt is brutal.
These ones are toast.
They do make a different shore tire, which means it's stiffer. So you can
This
put
one's
it on the-
actually worn on the very inside. I don't know if you can see the line there.
Yeah, tires are too soft.
Yeah. So they're folding over and buckling.
Yeah, I think for next season we need to order in some like 40, 45 shore, 40 shore, and 50 shore tires.
Yeah.
All it is it's a stiffer tire, so it degrades less. Yeah.
So even this one here.
So on the left hand side,
They're this one's been glued, but we've been running it on asphalt so much that it's actually worn the glue off on the edge here.
nice. We didn't
That's
actually
gonna
run
need
that
new tires.
much on asphalt, did we? Wasn't
Hey,
like a whole season.
We never did really a whole season, no.
No, a couple nights.
Which next year that'll be different. We're gonna do a lot more.
Oh yeah.
A lot more.
Oh yeah, that was so much fun. That's my new favorite thing to do in the summer.
And balancing your tires. How do you feel about that?
I do it, but
Is it
what I
nice
do,
stuff?
I'll actually take the tire. I won't balance them at first. I'll run them for a race weekend,
Right.
and then I'll balance them because there's usually like a little bit of a ridge on the tires.
And the foam inside it needs to settle sometimes.
Yeah, that's the thing too, because you can take a brand new set, balance them, take them out for a race day, and then they're way out of whack. So I usually like to run them a little bit and then balance them.
So these tires I'm not going to chuck. They're worn out, but I will put them back on next year for asphalt. There's no point in wearing out a perfectly good.
I think you need to glue those together for a car stand.
No, I got a bunch of those already. You gave me a bunch. I still have a bunch.
Yeah.
And I've
Those
got
are-
drift tires I could do that with.
Yeah, those tires there, I wouldn't even put them on the car again. We'll get
Yeah,
proper
they work.
tires.
It worked good.
We'll get proper tires. We'll get some of those nice sweep
God, you guys.
tires, high shore, high lasting. We'll spec a tire out. I think we should do that sweep tire.
The sweep concrete one or asphalt one, whichever
Yeah.
you call it.
But not the touring tire. I think we should do like the treaded tire.
He's looking at
Mhm.
this really tall tree, birch tree. He's only got 3 pieces.
So that's
of
different.
dirt.
I'm noticing right there on this brace up here.
Yeah.
Both sides, the bolt that goes from the carbon fiber plate into this aluminum block.
Yeah.
They're pulled. They're gone.
You're supposed to be.
Why?
You don't need that in there.
Why?
'Cause you need it to flex a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't,
I'll believe you.
ran that in the top deck in a car ever.
Really?
Yep.
It looks like it was in there. Once. On this car it was.
One time.
Because I can see the head. I can see where the head was wearing in.
Yeah, until somebody goes over. Yeah, I need to remove that screw. Need a little more flex in there.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is going to be my new TC car, which means that I'm going to have to take this Just Stock ESC out of it. Or
Yeah. You're
maybe
gonna want
I'll
to
just run it. Maybe I'll just run it.
you want something with a little more ampage.
I'm right beside you.
I'll just run it for the first bit.
I'll just run it, he says.
And look at my screen. Yes, I've seen way too.
Although I could take this one out because I do know a guy who bought an F1.
He says that he was playing with one of our other friends and he saw something way.
Yeah.
So that puts us up to how many F1s?
Another one.
Another one. All we got. How many did we have last week? We had me, Tim, you,
Gert.
Luke.
I know.
Yeah, that was it. 5.
5. So next time we should have 6. If everybody showed up last week's shows, we should be 6.
I'm coming.
Well, it'll be 6 guys for sure. Might get one more because Steve said he might change his LMP back over to an F1. So that might be 7. But Steve needs to stick around for a race,
Yeah.
not just practice.
Yeah.
So
And then my brother-in-law Steve, he might have to get him out with his F1. He's got one.
okay.
He said he's gonna come up to the next one, so I'll pull the gun out on him. You gotta come. He's scared not to come because I might shoot him.
I got him.
I don't have a gun. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Joke. I'm just joking here. Just joking.
Just looking here because
I got 23.
Gord wants me to show these pictures of this photo finish.
Photo finish.
Yes.
Of what?
Photo finish of King of the Hammers? I'm not sure. Not going to show the video because it won't stream through with the crap. If everybody wants to watch a video, go to their to the channel and check it out. It's Scale MFG.
I got the diamonds.
And the pictures I got are not,
Oh, cool.
well, they're all right, but they don't show a photo finish. They show your night crawl and
There's really only 3, I think.
that's
Can
pretty
I
much
see
it.
the diamonds?
I don't have any pictures of a photo finish.
I'm gonna look at- You must have picked
No
that up
picture
there.
for you.
No picture for you. It's a couple pictures, but mostly of his trucks,
I'm coming back up.
his fleet. See his fleet.
No, I'm coming back
And
up.
there
here.
are. So this was the King of the Hammers run they did. There's 1 truck rolled over and 2 trucks
You had
rolled over.
15 pieces.
That's what I got.
Ready? I think I might surrender.
Car keeps on. My car keeps telling me that it's not locked.
Your car's telling you that's not locked.
Hey? Yeah.
They can send you text messages.
Yeah. It reminds me. And then I could lock it from there and all that wonderful stuff. Okay, well, before we came on here, I was looking to see. We were trying to find a low profile servo that was going to have the wire come out on the
So you put 5 in?
servo shaft side, right?
Yes, yes.
So,
But as I look at these pictures, I don't see the wire. I'm going to assume that this S15 has it coming out in the right place
okay.
because it's not showing it.
All right.
It's not showing any kind of wiring going in here. So I'm going to assume that it's coming out the backside over there. So that's one, possibly. The one we did do was the R12, right?
Yeah, the R12. I think the S15's on the normal side. I think it's just that R or that D12 was on the other side. Which is great if you're putting in a TC car. So I've got one of those
Just their pictures suck.
D12.
Yeah, my R12 in here is in the right position.
Yeah.
And the R12 in my... Oh, no, it's a Futaba I've got in my Formula One. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, yes, and SCX 24 stuff. Just in case you guys didn't know, Free Tech, or whatever you want to call that, we can now get. Was having to pull teeth to get it before, but not now.
Okay, Alex, I have something of yours, Alex.
Just go try and bring it up here. Come here.
What color actually? What is it? Yellow.
Seriously.
Okay. Well, I know what it looks like behind the wire.
Okay, top brands, Free Tech. So we now have, I'll share this onto the screen. We now have access to all of these little SCX 24 motors and stuff, right? So the Komodo brushless conversion set, the motor mount, motors per opinion. You can get that now. Well, we can when it's in stock. But this is the set that comes with the motor mount and everything, right?
So that's so you can put that
This behemoth of a
runner.
great big outrunner motor, yeah. It's kind of a beast, really. But they have a couple of combos. So there's a new one. I think it's this Lizard is the newest one that just came out.
My diamonds. He's saying my diamonds. My diamonds. He says my diamonds.
Hey, you two.
Gonna be dead.
Hey, you two. Shut up.
Okay.
Momentum 20 amp brushless ESC combo with aluminum case. I mean, there's a bunch of different motors and combos we can get now. And these are all specifically meant to work really well in the SCX 24s, 118s, and the small scale platforms.
No, it's made to run with that outrunner motor, which is more key, right?
With that outrunner motor, but there's also, I think they had another one here. I haven't gone through the entire parts list because we only just dug through it here recently. They do have some brushless ones. Brushed ones, I should say. These ones are just newly released.
So no case on that. It's just bam.
Yeah.
Bam, nude.
Naked. All naked.
But hey, I guess it's easy to waterproof it, right? Give a little spray. Psh, psh, psh.
Sure. From them, I don't really see a lot of other choices in brushed motors. All I'm seeing are really their brushless combos.
He punched me because I was stealing his diamonds.
Now, the question I've got for anybody who has run one of these before is that motor, where is there? Is this motor obnoxiously loud like every other Outrunner motor? Because you take that and then shrink it down into a small size and you have this high-pitched little squeal thing, I am going to drop kick that thing across the floor. Because
Well-
that would drive me nuts, especially on an indoor course,
Yeah, I gotta run it indoor, of course, right?
right?
Gotta.
So, yeah, if that's a super annoying one, then I'm not going to be a fan. Really not going to be a fan. But I haven't heard one yet, so we'll have to find out.
I don't know if that's true because
Okay, see you later, Gord. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I was happy to see that we could get those now.
which way I'm going.
I was just digging through all the stuff that's just arrived and new things, and I was like, oh, look, all of these new things.
Wait, there's more.
Isn't that special? So, pick something off your shelf.
So I don't know about you, but I had an exciting race day.
Did you?
I did.
Well, yeah, you were pretty tight. That was a pretty close race at the end of that race.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do this again.
I had a chance to watch it. Actually, hold on a second here.
Do you have it recorded?
I have some of it. I didn't get all of it because certain somebody was standing in front of the camera during a bunch of race.
Oh,
So let me see if I can find this here.
was it somebody trying to marshal?
No.
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 Just gotta wait for the hard drive to spin up. The big, slow, burly hard drive. Okay, here we go. Okay, October 24th race, and then we have none of this has been edited. This is just random footage.
Random raw footage.
Random raw footage. I think I had this one. Might have been your race. Oh no, this is F1. Let's find.
It was last race of the day. If that helps.
Yeah, no, that's the one where there was just a person standing in front of the camera the entire time.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, nosy.
Let's try this one. Let's share a video file. Let's try. Where'd it go? 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 There and there and there. Let's show you guys which one looked. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, this was Mini.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that wasn't a very long video. There we go. It's glitching for some reason.
Too many megapixels over interwebs.
Shouldn't be giving us grief like that.
Needs to buffer. Is that even a thing nowadays?
No.
Keenan's not here. Keenan's not here.
Things from the 90s, eh?
Need 3 diamonds.
Let's put this one up here.
I was literally.
Let's
Come
remove
here. This is
this.
where I was standing.
Stop that screen. Share that. Share that screen.
You literally went.
Share window. No. Share the entire screen. This one. Share. October 24th
I'm
race.
looking for. To see if any of my stuff.
There's some action from the trucks.
Oh,
See
you're
this one?
tremendous.
I want them.
Let's see if it's showing up or not. It's not showing up. What the hell?
I can hear it.
Yeah. Oh, that would be Tim hitting the camera.
Tim.
Yeah, I gotta find it. Where the hell did it go? There again. And why is this not sharing? I want it to share the screen that I'm clicking on here. All right, let's do this again. Stupid damn thing.
Are you guys almost done this game or what?
Okay, share, stop screen, share screen, share window. And where did I find that video?
In action.
Put this one over here. Why do you keep moving it on me? That there. Okay, now I gotta pick which window. This one. There.
Oh yeah, here we go. This is on the end of the T.
Yeah. So let me rewind it again for you so you guys can see it from the beginning.
I got diamond.
That's
So
the
this was
name.
the start.
Everybody goes at the same time. Aaron Matlow, followed by Tim.
Boom. Bouncing off the wall.
Door to door.
So that one had some pretty good action to it. Next one we had here, I did have some of the faster runs.
Yeah, Tim finished just one lap behind Aaron Matlow.
Let's try this one. Pause that. I think this was a fast one. Like I said, I got to edit these all together and get them going. Make this big. All right, try that. This was scale spec, I believe.
Or is it TCB main?
Oh, yeah, that's TC.
That's TCB main. Because I was behind Tim.
Right.
I let him go ahead of me so I could put the pressure on.
And then he ran away.
Then he ran off the track because I got close to him there. And
Oh, like that right there?
this is where I chased him for a while until he screwed up again. Then I waited for him and then chased him around, put the pressure on. Yeah, I didn't make the A main, so
No. Oh, Scott's got a video from practice night here too that he took.
yeah, it was me waiting for Tim.
That was that video. I don't know what the next one is here.
Oh, this would be the A main. Oh no, that's still. I'm still up there.
I can't remember. I just tried to get some different angles so we get some different shots of the cars coming by. Which it looks way smoother on my computer than it does on what's streaming here. So like it's crazy smooth on mine.
Yeah. Sure. All right, everybody else, what do I got next? Oh,
Haha, Tim. Haha. He's like, that's Aaron.
Tim. What we got here? Oh, it's still
This
same.
is the chicane at the end. That's the next one here.
A main.
Okay, this would be A main for the fast guys. And I just got some shots right off the very start.
What do we got there? We got Luke, Michael, Gert, and Aaron Matlow.
Yeah.
At one point in one of the qualifiers, I was almost into this. I was pushing down Gert and Aaron Matlow a spot.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's get to the next one here.
And the sweeper.
I mean, they're really bucking her around the corner. And they're hooked.
Nice.
They were like, don't record there. I can't see. I'm like, oh, come on. Look at the looks of concentration on their face. Look at that.
Have to concentrate.
And then the next one we had here.
I didn't know who that was watching.
Hey, I found somebody's screw.
Boom.
Where are you?
Oh!
Boom.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna check my map.
That's pretty good. Boom.
All four of those guys were running almost the exact same line through that chicane,
Yeah.
which was pretty impressive because the other classes like me were all over the place. No.
Oh, a little too tight. One mistake puts you back so far.
Yep.
You're better off driving slower, no mistakes.
What's your Y level?
There's that one. Oh, this was the Euro truck one.
16.
Might be all the Euro. So there's some good side by side. Oh, there's Tim on his lid. Oh, oh, oh.
Had a bad start.
I'm trying to.
Oh, red. I took a lot of shots of this corner here.
Like going the wrong way.
Oh, the carnage. You got a good pack of cars coming through at once.
Oh, yeah.
You get some good action.
That was a good pass from Tim there. Uh-oh.
I know exactly where
Oh,
Two wheels.
two-wheel, a lot of two-wheel action in that class.
Pushing right to the limit, eh? But one thing
So
I
that
was
was a lot of
surprised
that class.
was how little of marshalling
Was
in total-
required for that class.
for all the classes. Like I
Yeah.
can't believe how much, how good the driving's been getting. Yeah, you make a mistake, but you don't need to be marshaled.
Yeah, here's the Formula one of the Formula One warm-up runs.
Yeah, I think this was the main one. I sat this one out. I needed to change the spur gear, and I just had enough of
Yeah,
it.
yours is making a weird crunching noise. I remember that.
Yeah, because my I changed the gear, put everything back together, but I didn't tighten down the one shaft,
Mm.
the left side rear. It came loose, and then my gears just ate each other as the shafts slid out a bit.
Right.
I was like, yeah, no, I'm good.
All right, let's get this lined up.
Boom. All the way down to turn one. On the sound.
Yeah, Luke started at the back just so he could bug us all and tease us, pass us all like we were standing still.
Oh, you're nosed it in. Just like a dart.
See, I like the Formula Ones. I just think they look cool. I think they look fast, and they always look smooth. I find TCs are quite twitchy.
Yeah.
They handle and turn so responsive, but to go fast with the Formula One, you've got to be smooth and flowy.
Smooth and flowy.
Which looks really cool. And they just look fast. Even when they're just sitting there on the shelf, they look fast.
What did Luke do for a time for that? I think he did like a 10.3 or a 10.2.
Yeah.
Which was most people were driving in the four-wheel drive class. Let's see here. I've got all the results but one race on the Facebook there.
Did you?
Yeah. So 10.7. Let's go back here. F1, 10.5. Well, that's how Colin was too. He's going faster. He did faster with his F1 than most people could do with their scale spec car.
Really?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I don't know how you did it. 3.
Wow.
Yeah, 10.3 was Luke's fastest lap.
That's what I'm doing.
There's a chunk up here where the tape would hook you every once in a while.
Oh, right there.
You'd get your tire on there, and you'd just slip.
Oh, the tape line, yeah.
Right into this barrier here, which really sucked.
Which you moved for us.
Well, it's because somebody put tape in the way.
There's a lot of room between that tape and that little outcropping there.
No, not when you're going full tilt.
It doesn't look like it when you're on the driver's stand. It's like, well, you feel like
Really narrow from the driver's stand. Oh, see, I hit it again. Yeah, so the next one after this. Oh, this is just more of the same F1. Couldn't do a lot of recording while you're just standing up there, right? All right. Okay. What else do I got? Got that. You know, here's some pit table shots I took. So that's how shiny and pretty some of the pit tables are. There's Luke's. All clean and pretty. Look at that. Everything's all organized.
Yeah, don't show mine. Mine, not so much.
This was Dan's. And kids beating on kids. Oh, there's Aaron's.
Oh, God.
There's the timing system.
Oh, that was the qualifier.
This is scale spec.
Scales like this was the qualifier. So up to this point, I was in the first round is always just a mix of whoever just randomly gets put in there.
Mhm.
So I got out of I got put into the fast guy group, and then the first one of the fast guy groups, that was Q2. I had a lot of trouble getting around certain cars, but my car was faster. So this one here, I got through traffic really well. I pushed really hard. I started fourth and ended up taking TQ here. So that blue car, blue and orange one, that was the guy that set the previous TQ pace. And TQ is top qualifier.
And that's Gert, right?
That's Gert. So I concentrated really good. And I started rocking it, getting some good times in there. Pushed myself to the top spot, which was great.
Yeah.
The Cinderella story came to life.
This one froze up.
He then has
It's got to the point where
I heard a
some people are
smack.
like, wow,
I heard a smack.
It is faster
Your
than
smack?
me.
I heard a smack. See, the next one is here.
another angle.
Yeah, so next time I'm going to bring all of these cameras.
Set multiple up.
Yeah, we'll put them on different corners so I'm not jumping around trying to get, and then use this one as the chase camera.
I think so. So we could actually follow the race if you wanted to, right?
Almost. It's a lot of editing.
Camera. Yeah, too bad I couldn't have them all playing at the same time. And then you just click on the screen and go to the next one.
We can. Like I can put all the footage, but I can't do it on this very easy.
No, not on here, but for editing though. See him go through the chicane and shot down then straight away. Camera 2, camera 3.
I'll make sure you go to that.
Like, tell him what that one.
So, that camera that I've got does not like those lights on the roof. It's got that really
No.
bad glare up there.
Yeah.
So
Point them down a little bit. Just a repping.
Okay.
oh, kiss the ball.
Got away with it though.
This thing right here, this little thing right here, definitely not my favorite thing.
No?
No.
You only hit like 20 times.
Yeah, exactly. My cars didn't like it either.
We're still able to talk right now, but at this step.
Yeah, and then in the main I started first. And I couldn't get everything quite right. I was only doing like high tens. And then Aaron was catching up to me. I was like, oh shit. And I actually made a mistake and let him buy for the lead. And then I motored it. I pushed really hard. I got a 10-8.
These are the minis.
And I catching up to him, made a pass on him, and took the win. And a lot of people were very happy with that race. Very interesting to watch, entertaining. This one here actually has, I think James said his kid was 4.
Is this kid 4?
I think that's what he said. Let me see here. I asked him.
He'd be up here, standing up here on the stage.
4. So Corbin, he's 4. The little guy on the driver's stand.
So he's driving this little car here.
Yeah. There he is on the driver's stand, little guy.
Yeah.
So racing is for everybody. I think he only got like 6 laps in, but he was happy. That's all that matters.
It was a moving obstacle.
Which you expect in those classes. You get the
Yeah, he generally went the same way around the track as everybody else, which is more impressive than some kids. Some kids just turn around and go, I'm going to go the other way.
Yeah, he knows that at least. But you kind of
Yes,
expect
you're
that
right.
in your truck.
Totally need
And
to put
mini.
cameras in the Euro Truck cabs.
Get some moving targets in there. It's okay.
So we had that one, and what's the next one here?
Looks like B main scale spec. Oh, Tim. That's Tim's in there. B main touring car. I think we've seen that one already.
Yeah, I think we might have. So where are we at? We're at that one. Yeah, we've seen that one. So that's pretty much most of the footage that I grabbed. We'll kind of hack it together and put it into a video later.
Are you able to throw up Scott's footage?
I can see what I can get here. See if I can make it bigger. So this was just strictly practice. So there's, there's minis on here. There's some TCs on here. There's a couple of scale specs out here. Pretty much a whole bunch of everything out there. So
Nope.
that's it, starting over again. So that's that video. He sent me another one or not? That's the car he was supposed to bring and show off. He didn't. Oh, so sad. So sad.
Oh, nosy.
That's just, he only sent the one video. So, yeah.
All you got?
So these cameras that I have here, these ones, they're not that heavy. So you might get away with putting these in a Euro truck or something of the sort. But what I really want to put in is this one called the Insta. It's the Insta 360 Go 2. That one is about the size of my thumb. And it's got the same kind of resolution as GoPro. And it's got image stabilization and everything. You use them for FPV drones and stuff, right?
What are those things retail for?
They're way more expensive than these ones are. But they're so small and they just kind of stick in. Like you could put it in literally in the driver's head position in a race car on a 1/10 scale car. And it's going to look, this is going to be the view that driver would have had.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. You going to bed finally?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get out of here.
Bye.
Good night.
All right.
Kids. So yeah, it would be really cool to get that. And they're lighter weight than these. Like it's a way lighter than this thing is. It's maybe a quarter of the weight of this. So I don't think it would affect the handling of the car so much. Because it doesn't take much to change the handling on one of those cars. So
No, it would totally handle way different. But it'd be awesome to get some footage though. Practice night going around the track.
Yeah.
I think that'd be sick.
You know, like these cameras here, I kind of want to take these cameras and I want to put them facing backwards in behind the cabs on a bunch of the Euro trucks. Right? So I got 6 of those cameras, so we should be able to do something with them.
Put them all in the Euro trucks.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So we're coming up on 2 hours here. And I'm tired. So next race weekend is going to be
On the 7th, I do believe.
I think so.
Pull up the old calendar here.
Let's pull up the Google calendar and see when it's
6th and
set.
the 7th. Yeah.
Okay.
So practice night. Just gotta confirm what time we get it at. Hopefully we get it earlier. Hopefully there's no youth group renting out the whole place. That's why last time we had there's a youth group in there. They rented the gym, they rented some dorm rooms, the kitchen. So they kind of took a little priority over us for Saturday.
So the next race is actually on daylight saving times. Ends.
So we fall back.
Yeah.
So then 9 o'clock is 8 o'clock. So you lose an hour of sleep, right?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
I don't know. My phone changes automatically.
Yeah. I mean, your phone, that's fine. It does its wizardry all by itself. Your car, that's okay. You can just wait for 6 months. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So come on out. Even if you don't think you're good enough to race, come out and race. Racing's for everybody. I've always said it. As long as you're in the right class, you got the Euro truck and scale spec. If you're not don't have any experience, and it's a good spot to be.
Euro trucks. If you've never run a car before and you want to try one out, chances are there will pretty much always be Euro truck specific style chassis setup that somebody can usually run. Somebody can just get a little bit of trigger time in, try it out, see if they like it.
Yeah.
And Euro truck is the cheapest one to get into for sure. If you're buying all new, you can occasionally get some screaming deals on used race cars when somebody upgrades to the next one, but yeah. So make sure you guys tune in. I don't know, most of the guys are already gone. I'm thinking next week or the week after, we're going to do our presentation for the U4, who is going to be the winner of the Gatekeeper.
Who's the new Gatekeeper?
Who gets the new Gatekeeper? So that will be happening. I think we're going to do it. And I think we're going to do the draw for it next week.
Nice.
So the rule was basically It wasn't based on points. It wasn't based on who did the best, who won the fastest, whatever. Every time you entered a vehicle, and it didn't matter if you had 1 or 2 or whatever, every vehicle you entered, every time you showed up, puts you in for the draw. So if you showed up to every race or every U4 event we did, then you get an entry for every one of the vehicles you ran. That's it. It's that simple. And then we're going to draw out of that, and hopefully somebody is going to end up with a Enduro Gatekeeper
Heck
that
yeah.
you can do up and run next year. I was tossing around the idea of doing one more race this year, but the weather's just kind of been weird. It's either raining or blowing or threatening to snow. And then when I think it's not going to be very nice, it turns out to be sunny and blue sky. So I don't know.
Like today.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to do something on the snow, I'm not opposed to it. I'm just not a big fan of doing it in freezing cold. I don't mind snow, but I don't like minus 20 and 30 in snow. I'm not going to run a car in that. I don't have to. I don't get paid to do this, so there's no point in doing it. And Scott wants to know if you picked a day for the drag finals.
I haven't. I still got to get some things together. I got to go over to your house.
Okay.
And do some things there.
Oh, yeah, those things. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I got to make sure I got the right things to do it.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely, hopefully.
Before the ground frozen.
Yeah, hopefully before the ground freezes. If not, we'll just all meet up. And we'll do some prize presentations and the draws and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, because I still got the money sitting there for the end of the year prizes. So I go stop at the store, pick some stuff up, and then we'll do a draw when everybody's there.
Okay.
And yeah, should be good.
Okay, so that sounds good. We will stay tuned and stay planned up for that. We'll figure something out. Aaron and I will get that going. If you have friends who are into racing, drag them out, bring them to the racing.
Yeah.
It's definitely the most inexpensive form of racing you're going to do in Canada. And some of you might disagree, but I've done almost all of them, and I can tell you it is. So,
well, also, it becomes cheaper than doing anything else out there. Golfing, it's cheaper than skiing. It's cheaper than going out for the movies. Other than buying the car, it's cheaper than.
pretty much, yep.
Oh yeah, you can't get that entertainment value per dollar anywhere else.
No,
you can't.
Don't let me forget to bring this.
Bring that. Put your keys on it.
Yeah.
Or put it in your shoe.
It's a good idea. I'll put my keys on it. Then I won't forget it for sure. Yeah. So anyways, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We will talk to you guys next week when we have some more cool stuff to check out. Not really a whole lot of new releases this week. So there wasn't really a lot to talk about on that end. They came out with an all blacked out version of the Barracuda body. Meh, big deal. The racing is the biggest thing that we've been kind of pushing the most lately. Crawling stuff outside has not been happening as much because the weather's been a little bit crappy. But you can't really complain that much about it because, we didn't get any rain all summer. Yeah, but yeah, we're going to start doing some more builds. We'll start doing a little bit more technical stuff here. I have a setup board now, or I have a setup table-ish thingy. I'm going to say that my desktop is flat enough that I could probably get away with doing a pretty close setup on here. So Aaron is going to show me how to use this thing, and we'll do this online or something. So we can meddle with it maybe next week. And yes, I still have the rock tumbler. So the rock tumbler is still a thing, and we're still finishing the rock tumbling. However, twice now. The first time it got unplugged accidentally, and I don't know when. And the second time somebody turned off the power board or the power bar. So I don't know how long it. So it's got to go. It's supposed to go for 7 days straight, right? So I had to restart it again, but there's no point starting it in the middle of the week or whatever. So now I'm going to start it again tonight. So it'll be 7 days to next week. So we can open it up and check out, because this is the polish stage. So I want it to be done properly. And then I'm going to dig up some sawdust. And that's like a 24-hour period to do that one. Just a quick little wash. It's more of a scrub wash to get all the polishing compound off, and then they're done. So then you guys can check that out. That'll be kind of cool.
Cool.
And I have some paint sprayed by then. I'm going to make a big fan thing and suck my paint fumes through the big air fan sucky thingy.
Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, want to get high? So, no, it wasn't the kids. I don't think it was the kids. Might have been me when I was trying to get to an air compressor. And I think I tugged on it, and it wasn't like unplugged. It was like unplugged just enough that was still in there, but not doing anything. Yeah. Anyways. Whatever. Okay, so we'll talk to you guys later. We will catch you racing, or we will catch you at the shop or out on the trail, whichever one happens first. Catch you guys later, man.
So you guys